What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. And today we are going to talk about Year 3, the Division 2, speculations, timelines, and much more. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to support that channel by hitting the thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And if you are new to this channel, I hope you enjoy the content. Please subscribe if you do and ring the notification bell. That way you get notified each and every time I bring you another Division 2 video. But alright, so first up, let's talk about timeline. When do I think they're going to bring content to the Division 2? Well, it's pretty simple. In my opinion, I'm going to say they're going to bring the Division 2 news for Year 3 at the end of this season. So Season 5. We have, we have 6 weeks and 4 days until Season 5 is over. So right now we're in what? We're in mid-April. So by the end of this Season 5, we will be in June. Now the funny thing about June is there are 2 major events for Ubisoft. June, I believe it's mid-June, they have Ubisoft Forward. And there's also E3, which is going to showcase Ubisoft as well. Now, they did not do an E3 last year due to the whole pandemic thing, and the year before that, the Division 2 was pretty hot. It was, everything was going on. It was fresh after, the first year release. We had Terry, Spire up there getting everyone hyped for all the year 1 content, and then everything kind of dropped off. At the beginning of this year, we got news that Title Update 12 was meant to be the last update for this game, and then somehow they got the go-ahead to bring us some Year 3 content. Now, I'm going to say Year 3 in quotations, because we're already into Year 3. Year 3 for the Division 2 started in March, and now we are in mid-April, and we have not heard one thing from anybody regarding this game. So we have to go back to what was the last thing they told us. Well, the last thing they told us was that they are working and they are in, pre-production phase of getting together everything they want content-wise for Year 3. They did mention that they're working on a brand new game mode that has never before been seen in this franchise. And, that's about it. They really didn't give us much to go off of. And, yeah, we've been left in the dark ever since. So, my theory is that at the end of this season, Season 5, we're going to get a huge news update about what's going to happen in Year 3 and what kind of content we're going to be looking forward to. More specifically, I think that we're going to get more news on what they're going to change and what they're going to fix with the game or something like that. And then later on, they're going to give us this huge reveal event for whatever this game mode might detail. So we're looking at June-ish for any sort of news. I said this in a video probably a month and a half ago, that by the end of this season, I would foresee them saying something. And now with Ubisoft Forward and Ubisoft joining E3 in June, it pretty much just, makes sense. All the evidence is there. We're going to get some huge news come June. So that gives us the whole timeline thing. We're done with that. So let's talk about what changes to the existing game would I like to see. Now I'm on my hardcore character right here. You can see underneath the gunner specialization symbol, there is a hardcore symbol. Now this means I am playing the Division 2 in hardcore mode. Now how to do that? It's pretty simple. Let me log out. Now what you do is you go to start a new character. And when you start a new character, it'll show you this hardcore symbol. It'll say, would you like to start a hardcore mode agent? I believe it still says that hardcore is in the beta mode, which is one of the topics I want to get to. And this is what the hardcore character will look like. Compared to the normal character, You can see where the lighting is different. It's much brighter. The background contrast is way different. And then you go over to hardcore, everything gets dark. Okay. Anyways, so let's enter the hardcore character again. So one of the first changes I would like to see in the game is add some things for the hardcore community. You made a hardcore game mode, but you did not, you know, deliver or execute it that well for year 2, let alone year 3. We are already into year 3, and there has been no changes to hardcore mode in over a year. And one of the biggest things I want to mention here. So go to commendations. Let's do completed. There we go. All right, so going through these commendations, let me try to find the hardcore ones. Boo boo boo. Ba-da-ba. Service? Yeah, it's probably under service. Yeah. All right. So right here, you can see there are a couple hardcore patches and accommodations for hardcore mode. These are all year 1 related, and in fact, they are not updated for Gear 2.0, and there is still a patch on here that is rewarded to you for reaching Gear Score 500. And they took that out of this game over a year ago, right here. Gear Distinction. Isn't that nuts? Anyways, so they have added nothing to this hardcore mode as far as rewards, commendations, anything at all. In fact, there is nothing for the hardcore Iron Horse raid. There is nothing for hardcore Warlords of New York, nor is there anything hardcore related outside of the first year content period. And the craziest thing about this is I have seen content creators like GC Rock where they will play hardcore all of the time. Not that, but they will help other people that have hardcore characters complete the raid. And, pretty soon you'll see me stream with GC Rock doing a hardcore raid of our own. So it's just insane that no sort of love or no sort of focus has ever been on hardcore except for the initial release. Now, a lot of people were scratching their heads wondering, what is hardcore mode? Why would they even make hardcore mode? And at first, it came off as like a half-assed developed game mode where nothing was really put into it. It's the exact same game, nothing has changed. For instance, if you die, it just deletes the game. It tells you how long you've played on that character, it tells you what level you reached, but then that's it. There's absolutely no difference in hardcore and the normal game. Now, with that being said, there is a huge following for hardcore mode in the Division 2 as of lately, with the absence of content going on, like maybe 6 months now, 7 months now since the summit came out. A lot of people are, getting bored with the game, especially if they are not PvPers, because we all know that people that PvP, they'll be able to play this game all day, all night, and, not change anything. But for those that prefer to play other parts of the game, obviously, PvE has a huge following. And hardcore mode, in my opinion, is the most challenging PvE setting you can have in this game. Now, a lot of people would say, oh, but what about legendaries? We're going to talk about that as soon as I'm done with hardcore mode. Now, legendaries is its own thing, but remember, you can still die in legendaries and then start it all over again. You cannot do that with hardcore mode ever. So say you're doing a hardcore raid and then you die, that's it. Then you have to start all the way over, get your character leveled all the way back up, farm a raid build, and then try to get back into it. It's a long and gruesome grind. Now, as far as what I would like to see added to the game for hardcore mode, great question. I would like to see some sort of accommodation update for Year 2 Warlords of New York. I would also like to see commendation update for Iron Horse Raid Hardcore, because there's nothing in this game for that, even though we can do it, but there's nothing that will, no sort of what's the word I'm looking for? There's no sort of reward for doing it, if you will. Yeah, it'll just be bragging rights, and you could say you've done it, but there's nothing for you to show off like, hey, I just did the hardcore raid Iron Horse. Only for dark hours, which is okay, but I think that needs to be changed. So update the accommodations. Next, we need to upgrade some sort of apparel, some sort of like cool outfit, because let's see, if I take off my jacket, let's do this. Now the only thing in hardcore mode is this hat right here. It says YOLO. Obviously, you only live once, whatever. But this is the only thing you will get in all of hardcore mode, period, for apparel. I think that is the most ridiculous thing, especially when they're giving us apparel events that they're making us buy that are reskins of other apparel events. I think that they should have made some sort of Memento Mori outfit instead of just a baseball cap. And, that's another thing they could have done. They could easily add skins to the game that are only related to hardcore, accommodations. There's so many different things. They could make the watch levels look cooler, because they do make us level up the watch completely separate from the normal game, which is insane because I have, over 1500 watch level on my normal character, but I've only got a level 40 on this character. So that's a bit annoying as well, and the watches don't even look different. Why not have, an orange, a darker orange for hardcore? Or why not have, like, the hardcore symbol right here instead of just a normal watch? There's a few little, like, details that are completely neglected when it comes to hardcore mode. But alright, let's stop talking about hardcore mode. Let's go back to my normal character. So the next one, everyone likes to talk about legendaries. And I agree. I love legendary content in the Division 2. It's a lot of fun. Now there's a few different speculations and there's a few different people that are requesting some things with legendaries that I agree with and don't agree with. So the first thing that I do agree with is I believe we should be able to have a global setting of legendary where it's all white tusk everywhere. The XP is dramatically increased for all activities because it's all legendary. And with that, I think that if you were to die during any activity, it should, push you back to the main menu, completely, make that activity disappear so you can't just come right back to it, and, just reset you. That way, it feels like legendary. But with the way they've been developing the Division 2, I highly doubt they're going to do that. But for me personally, I would say make a legendary global setting. Why not? It'd be a lot of fun. The next thing is, why not make all of these missions legendary as well? It's really not that hard to just copy and paste the White Tusk faction for each of these missions. Just make it a little bit harder, and then whenever people die, just make them restart the mission. I mean, pretty simple stuff. If they can do it for all of these strongholds and they can do it for the summit, they can easily do it for these levels. So that's my opinion for legendary content. They should add a global setting for legendary, and they should also change each of these missions to give you the opportunity to do legendary as well, because that is recycling your content, but it's making it hard enough to where it's going to have people want to play it. Not only that, but then you could add more accommodations, more patches, more outfits, where, hey, I did every single mission on legendary. Look at this really cool rare outfit. You know what I mean? Or, hey, I have all gold weapons and it's because I did this on legendary, or what have you. It doesn't really matter. But you kind of understand where my thought process is going with that. So that's hardcore mode and legendary mode. So next up, let's talk. Okay, so those are changes, right? So the next thing I want to see changed in this game is conflict. So let's go over here. The conflict lady is right here, right outside the base of ops. You click on this, and boom, they did update this UI. They absolutely did. They made this look really cool. It's easy to navigate. You can easily go through all of your stats and whatnot, and it's pretty clean. Absolutely love the way that they changed this. However, if you look right here under level 100, it says next level is 10,000 XP. Okay, so 10,000 XP to level up in conflict. If you look at the very top right of the screen, it says I am level 1518. And it says for the next level, I need 700,000 XP. Now the problem with this is I only need 10,000 to level up in conflict and 700,000 to level up in game, or level up my watch level. Now this is something I have brought up numerous times, and I have talked to Johan about it. I've talked to Trick Dempsey, and I have gotten absolutely zero traction with this. I believe Johan said that it's terrible the way the XP is, but there's nothing in the future that they think they're going to do. That it's on their radar, but they don't know if they're going to change it. And what by that is, if you remember when they first started Warlords of New York, the Dark Zone and Conflict would not add to your watch levels. But after a couple updates, they did add it to where all DZ XP would count towards your watch level, and they said they added Conflict XP will bring up your watch level as well. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, it is completely and utter bullshit. They did not do anything for conflict at all. Not only that, but they updated, the cool UI. Yeah, this is cool. But that's absolutely it. There are still glitch spots in every single map in the game. There are also spawn camping problems on every single map in the game. And every time you level up in conflict, it will not level you up in your shade level. The XP does not go towards your shade levels like they should. In the Dark Zone, if you level up in the Dark Zone or you get a DZ proficiency cache, you're more than likely going to get a field proficiency cache as well, because you're leveling up your watch at the exact same time. It gives you a lot of XP fast, and that's why a lot of people love to run landmarks in the Dark Zone, because it helps not only level up your Dark Zone levels, but it also levels up your watch levels as well. That's why there's a lot of people out there with, shade level 8,000, shade level 10,000, and it's because either they're doing the same resource convoy over and over and over and over and over and over and over, or they're in the Dark Zone, playing in the Dark Zone. Now the problem is that there is a huge following for conflict in the Division 2. Just like the Division 1, where you had a huge following playing Skirmish and Last Stand, you still have that same huge following playing conflict in this game. Now, the lack of, attention towards these game modes is alarming in my book, because I play all game modes in this game, and the ones that seem to be lacking most are the ones that actually have pretty dedicated followers. It's just being neglected by the developers. Where they'll spend all the time in the world for PvE, but when it comes to PvP, they're not really, they don't really care too much. And then when it comes to hardcore, I personally think they made hardcore mode just to buy themselves some time for content, and then they completely forgot about it. Oh yeah, we did do hardcore, didn't we? Kind of like with conflict, where it's hey, we could update this UI, and then the other developers why would you do that? It's conflict. Who cares about conflict? Well, there's a lot of people that care about conflict. Actually, for the rest of this video, I'll be playing conflict, whatever. So, those are the things I want to see added to this game. For hardcore mode, for legendaries, and for conflict. So right there off the bat, we're already knocking out PvE content, PvP content, and actually hardcore content. Isn't that cool? And a lot would agree those would be great changes for the Division 2 and Year 3. Because we all know that while they are building up this, game mode for us, they could easily come out with these change or updates to, keep the player base happy while waiting for this content. Because I don't know about you, but last month, I thought Year 3 was going to go off with a huge celebration. Everyone was going to have fun, cheers. And we were just going to go into Year 3 with, all this great news and what have you. But we didn't. We didn't get anything like that. And in fact, it was quite the opposite. They were telling us that there was nothing really coming, that the last update was supposed to be the last, and that's about it. So a lot of people are still bummed out, and I completely agree and understand why. So, we've got the timeline. June, mid-June, we're going to get a lot of news. So that's going to be cool. What changes I would like to see, we've already gone over that. So now let's talk about the game mode. Because it was stressed that this upcoming game mode is going to be something that we have never seen before within this franchise. Me, personally, I believe, and I'm sure a lot of other people believe this too, is it's going to be some sort of battle royale where they're also going to integrate mobile. Now, this is going to get some slack, and I understand why, but just hear me out. Red Storm has been doing playtesting on mobile devices for about a year now. It's been a while. Not only that, but I know people personally that have been doing the playtests. They're not telling me what they're playtesting. The only thing they can tell me is that with all of the graphics and every time they get an email or anything related to it, there is an image of the Division 2 within it. And every time they get an email talking about it, it does mention the Division 2. Now, we all know that Red Storm also came out with a job listing for the Division 2, and then they had to delete the Division 2 part and just say AAA title, which was kind of funny because they already told us what it was going to be about. And then they, I guess their publicist or something came out and was like, yo, you should change that right now. So then it just says AAA. So we know that Red Storm is working on some cool stuff for this game. Now my thing is that, there we go. So my thing is, they've been playtesting mobile stuff. Well, what's been going around that's mobile that is huge for both in-game and mobile games? And that is Battle Royale. We had PUBG do it, we had Fortnite do it. Why not the Division 2? Now another cool thing, way back in E3, E3 2016, was we were supposed to have like a companion app for the game, and we never got it. So maybe it has something to do with that. Either way, the new game mode, I think, is going to be Battle Royale, and I think that they're going to try to integrate it into mobile as well. Alright, so there is that. So let me know what kind of game mode you would like to see within the Division 2, and we'll go from there. Because we already have our Underground-esque, we've already got PvP with, conflict. The only thing left is like survival, but we all remember Julian Garrity strictly said there would be no survival. So what's next? Battle Royale. They're just going to sit back in their spawn and throw some stingers. Alright. But besides that, you guys, I'm going to be playing more Division 2. I did play some Outriders, but I think I'm going to keep playing both games and just go from there. So expect videos from both the Division 2 and Outriders pretty much every day. But as far as Year 3 content, they did say that nothing's planned to come out until late 2021 at the earliest. So we're actually going to get year 3 content probably more like in year 4, which is embarrassing for a content creator like myself, but I think it's a little more embarrassing for the developers because they are getting so much slack for this. Now, besides that, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to be doing more build videos, things like that. But this was my look into year 3 and what's to come for the Division 2. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of a rant, but we got everything we needed to get across. But yeah, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Alright, let me finish this game out, and then I'll end the video. Alright, let's see if I can get anywhere with this game. Oh, one of them just left, it looks like. Alright. They just sent in their spawn? Yeah, they are. They're pulsing. Interesting. Yeah, whatever. Oh, they are running out. Cool. So they're far left. Let's do a little bit of that.
Agent down.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
Oh, that medi didn't work? Oh, there it is. I was about to say. Supply drop. Let's get it. Where's it going? There it is.
Agent needs assistance.
Oh, I bet that random's gonna get it. John! Yeah, you better get it. I was about to say. If you don't get it, I would. Alright.
The specialization supply drop has been claimed by an ally.
Let's try to finish this game off strong. I don't want to embarrass myself for YouTube. Ooh, who's that? I see both of you. He's gonna be down this hallway, I bet.
Agent down.
Oh, nope. We're only up by 4.
Halfway to the finish.
Another thing, let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed their crossover event with Resident Evil. There was a lot of hit and miss feedback, where a lot of it was reskinned, but some of it was really unique, like that Nemesis mask. If you guys remember that. That was a pretty cool mask. Alright, so they've got my attention. Oh, he got me with that burn sticky. GG on that one. Uh-oh, now we're down by 1. Great job, Kami! How dare you die? Alright, come on. Oop, down by 2 now. Static. Yeah, stay there, man. Alright. There he is, out in the street. Catch him with a seeker. Go. Push. There we go. Oop, hurt.
Rogue defender drone detected. Boost about to activate. Boost now active. The enemy has acquired the boost. And the enemy has acquired the boost.
He just popped up right in front of me.
There are no more rogue reinforcements.
Yeah, they're letting me hit them quite a bit. So much for their damage buff. I thought I saw him just jump over that fence. Thought I did. Alright, fair enough.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Agent down.
Let's see if I can catch them with the old tac viddy.
Serious.
Oh, I hit his shield.
Agent down.
I hit his shield. Oh, come on. Why you gotta do me like that? I tell you what though, a battle royale would be pretty fun. Just saying. But if they did it that way, shouldn't they make it like for free? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my butt. Got him. Oh man. That was money. Alright, you ready for this? Here we go.
Immediate medical.
Oh, his hive got me. Mother, I thought that was gonna be a pulse. Oh man. Ah, whatever, we got the win. GG boys. Let's go. Great way to end the video.
Solid work.
I think I got MVP as well. But alright. That is going to be the end of the video. I am Kamikazevondoom. Thank you for sticking it out this long with me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm always happy to respond. And yeah, don't forget to hit that like, support the channel, please. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.